Don Lemon is tearing it up. He is tearing it up. Okay, so Don Lemon went on an unhinged anti-MAGA rant this week. And if you look at the backstory, it's not surprising that he chose this whole blow up about the H1B visas to rant about, because that is very associated with Elon and Vivek. And he has some history with both of them. Now, you might remember, to give you a little bit of the background, part of the reason supposedly he got fired from CNN, one of the last straws, was this interview with Vivek.
Revolution in this country. You are sitting here telling an African American about the rights and what you find insulting about the way I live, the skin I live in every day.
Here's where you and I have a different point of view.
Black and white that black people don't have in this country, and that black people do have.
Well, here's where you and I have a different point of view. I think we should be able to express our views regardless of the color of our skin. We should have this debate.
I'm not saying you
without me regarding
views,
you as a black man,
but
me regarding you as a fellow citizen.
You're
That's what I
sitting
think we should
here,
see.
whatever ethnicity you are, explaining to me
whatever ethnicity
about
I'm,
what it's like to be black.
Whatever
in America.
ethnicity I am, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Indian American. I'm proud of it. But I think we should have this debate. Black, white, doesn't matter.
I think we should have this
on
debate.
The content of the ideas.
If you're going to do it, you should do it in an honest way and in a fair way. And what you're doing is not an honest and fair way. Okay? We appreciate you coming on.
With due respect, Don, I look forward to continuing that conversation.
Thank you. The conversation.
Thank you.
I think all Americans are lazy, fat, and stupid. And I think they have too many friends and spend too much time shopping at the mall and not enough time reading. Doesn't matter whether you're black or white. I think all Americans are losing on the world stage. I think China's eating all of our lunch because we suck. You know, he didn't say that, did he? Because he was running for president at the time.
No. At the time he did not. And honestly, I don't really understand why CNN would have had a big problem with that. It fell right in the normal virtue signaling lane, and Vivek was making what was frankly a pretty deranged claim that blacks got their freedom because of the Second Amendment, or they got their civil rights because of the Second Amendment. I mean, Don Lemon was not wrong to push back on that. So I don't know why that maybe they felt he lacked a certain grace in the way he handled it, but that's never bothered CNN before.
Right.
So that could just be a rumor that that's part of what got him fired. I think it was more the going after middle-aged women as unable to do politics.
Right, past her prime. Nikki Haley's past her prime.
Her prime,
right.
yeah. That I would say it's more that than insisting that the suggestion that blacks got their civil rights because of the Second Amendment is insane, which it is.
Right.
But here, if you remember, when he first left CNN, it's really been a long slide for poor Don Lemon. Gets fired from CNN, cuts a deal with Elon, cuts one of those monetization deals with Elon, one of those very rare deals, and lights it on fire.
Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Democrats?
I don't have to answer these questions.
The Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less.
All right. So Elon, in Queen of Hearts fashion, off with his head, kills the deal with Don Lemon. Don Lemon, because we've been trying to contact him to bring him on Jimmy's show. You never know. A shot in the dark.
Worth a shot.
It took a shot. You never know. But let's take a look before we get into the clip. Let's take a look at what Don Lemon's been doing. It's really been quite a fall from grace. Okay, so his YouTube channel has 310,000 subscribers, which honestly, if you were at CNN, over 10 years, that's not that great. But his viewership numbers are really, really sad. 8.5, 5, 17. That was a very good day for him. 6.1. I mean, there are kids in their basement playing Final Fantasy live who are doing much better numbers than Don Lemon. So he's very incentivized to get some controversy. And he did this week by going off on MAGA farmers. A lot of libs are trying to frame MAGA as a fuck around, find out kind of thing. Oh, wait until they do these tariffs. So he kind of bought into that. And even that, you want to see how little interest people have in Don Lemon. This is a banner video for him. 75,000.
Right.
It's nothing. But let's see what he said.
Some farmers say without these workers, they have about 2 days that they can run their farms. And then after that, it's over. Oh my gosh, I love this. Now you're finding out, you dumb fucking idiots. Now you're just figuring this shit out. You're so fucking stupid and you deserve it. And you fucking deserve it because you're so dumb. Jim, it's hypocrisy. So go with me here. Yes, I am gloating over your stupidity.
Notice he uses our system. These guys must be worth tens of millions of dollars. He uses our StreamYard, so it's the same exact technology that we have.
And how you were taken. I'm cackling in Kamala, says in Shanta. You have been co-opted because you're in a fucking cult and you don't even realize it because you have stupid MAGA brain and you don't get it. How stupid and dumb are you? And I'm just going to I can't wait to go through this. Okay. So I'm going to read this again. So Krishnan's appointment triggered an anti-Indian backlash on social media, particularly given his past advocacy for increasing green cards and immigration broadly. Oh, no.
Notice on the TV screen and back of his shoulder, he has himself on the TV, like a couple seconds behind him. Yeah. Watch him.
Infinite Hall of Don Lemons.
Watch him on like a 2-second
I'm watching
delay.
myself, watching myself, watching myself.
Yeah.
Immigration. We can't do the immigration because it's hot in here, guys. All right. Woo! Thank you. We can't do the immigration because, the immigration, it triggers some people. You know what they're saying about the anti-immigrant stuff, right?
Maybe don't wear Baron Harkonnen's costume from
Who's it to
David
say that
Lynch's version of Dune.
one of the jobs you might be seeking won't be one of those white jobs? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So
yeah, so he was having a real good time there. And hey, it actually got some attention. Some channels commented on it, so he had to go back for more. But wow, talk about diminishing returns. 45,000 on this one, on his clapback, on his epic clapback. So let's see what his epic clapback is.
Responding to the MAGA folks who were being racist in regards to the gentleman that Donald Trump nominated to be the head of AI. They were on the internet, look it up yourself, being very racist and very vitriolic about Donald Trump appointing this person. And Vivek Ramaswamy got involved, and then he insulted, according to them, the MAGA people. Okay? So as always, everybody gets all butthurt. I'm not referring to all of Trump supporters. I'm talking to the MAGA brain people who will say and do anything to make excuses for any behavior that Donald Trump does, any bad behavior that the MAGA movement does. So yes, I stand by my words. And if you don't like what I said, then too effing bad. I don't care. And let me point the hypocrisy out to you, because you guys always say, we are not voting for what? A pastor in chief. Sometimes I have an issue with some of the things that he says. It's true. I don't like how he says it, but it's true. So you have to have the same standards for other people that you have for your guy. Some of you, the cult leader. Okay.
Okay. Is the issue that they took with what you said your language? Were they coming at you for cursing? For cussing too much? Or were they coming at you for rooting for the failure and economic ruin of people you don't agree with politically? And you want to talk about a cult, people running around talking about how the only possible reason that Kamala Harris, who was losing to Mayo Pete in South Carolina could possibly have lost was racism and sexism and how she ran a perfect campaign. That's not a cult. Those people are not in a cult. Now, here you want to see a cult. Here's a cult. Don Lemon's comments section, what there is of it. I've been waiting for this version of you to come out. I saw you bite your tongue so many times on CNN it hurt. I'm so blown away and can say the damn truth without the bosses tying your hands. We got your back. Yeah. Okay, this is what's funny about this. I guess the lane he's trying to carve out is okay, well, now they're trying to accommodate MAGA. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And that makes me a rebel. Love it. Please, please keep being our anger translator. I'm tired of them spitting so much hate and us just supposed to turn the other cheek. Yeah, that's what you were doing before. Tell it, Don. Don't hold back. You are so right. This is one of the reasons I'm done with the corporate Democrats. Don Lemon is a radical leftist. I won't give them a vote just because they're not as bad as Republicans anymore. Earn it. Can you take down the thing?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Where's that at?
They are too high and mighty to roll up their sleeves and get in the ring while they chastise anyone like you who will. So the next candidate better have teeth or they can beat it. So what you think the establishment Democrats are doing are criticizing people who are too hard on MAGA? It feels really good to be a lemon head these past couple of days. Don't apologize to the asses. Love your honesty, Mr. Lemon. Speak truth to power, Don. I'm tired of MAGA. He can say what he wants and folks are afraid to address it. He's the very reason the temperature in this country is what it is. Oh, so people who have been running around calling all their political opponents Nazis and Russian agents have nothing to do with the level of political discourse. And the idea that you're going to frame Don Lemon as a fighter against the establishment, that's a level of stupid that makes the MSNBC audience look like a meeting of the Mensa Society.
Well, you know, what's amazing to me about this is that, you know, he goes off on that very like profane rant, taunting people how stupid you are. It's almost like he's very confident in his ability to make it in the alternative media game, because like once you go there, that tells me you really have no plans to be back at CNN or any organization like it anytime soon. Like you're not really plausible as a neutral commentator at that point. Like that's kind of what he was. I mean, his show was, I guess it was to a certain extent. I mean, he had his own primetime show, and then he had the daytime thing that you saw with Vivek. He was never really all in the opinion lane or all in the straight news lane, so he had to maintain like some plausible neutrality. And now that's out the window. I mean, now there's no unringing that bell. So I guess he's all in on being a YouTuber and a podcaster, and his numbers don't seem good enough for him to be all in that way. But I don't know. Maybe he has money saved up from those CNN years.
One would imagine.
Yeah.
It seems like, based on those comments and based on what he's doing, it seems he has decided that his audience is an audience of people who are too stupid for MSNBC. That's what he's decided his lane is. These are people who are so dumb, they think MSNBC is insufficiently Trump deranged. Right. And I'm going to be able to frame myself as fighting their Trump accommodation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also something I noticed. There's also something I noticed that I think you will find some solace in, Russ, because if you notice here,
hypocrisy out to you, because you guys always say we are not electing.
So if you notice there, He obviously has the same mic issues as you because he thinks that microphone's picking up his voice, but it's clearly not. That's clearly the computer sound that he's talking into, even though the mic is there.
Are not voting for
that mic is
a
not,
pastor-in-chief.
The mic is not hooked up the right way. So it's just like us. He's running such a low-budget shop. He has the StreamYard software, which he
doesn't have a tech guy at the
He doesn't have a
house.
tech guy to tell him the mic's not picking up your voice. It's coming off the computer. It's the wrong input, even though he thinks he's talking into the microphone. So, yeah, that is some operation he's running.
I mean, you go do Jimmy's show. There's a whole soundboard.
Right. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
somebody running it.
Yeah.
This guy's just in his living room.
Yep.
Doing his thing. He doesn't even have a partner to notice that the sound's not hooked up.
That the sound's not right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Please clap.